In one of my earlier webinars, number 15 to be precise, I talked about the importance of deep listening. One really useful listening skill that goes a very long way is reflection. At its most basic, reflection just means paraphrasing back to someone what they've said to you. So they say something like, "Oh, I'm really not sure about this project. I think it's going to be a very expensive failure." And you don't just contradict them by saying, "What? You're crazy. It's fine. It's going to be great." And likewise, you don't disagree with them by going, "I know, I've always thought it's not going to work." Instead, you just restate what they've said, but using your own words. So you say something like, "Oh, you don't have much faith in this project." Now, when I first introduce this to people, they always worry it's going to sound really unnatural and it will turn off the person that they're talking to. In fact, that's rarely the case. What actually happens is one of two things. It either encourages them to expand and they say something like, "That's right, it's not going to work and I've got the figures to prove my case." Or they correct you and they go, no, it's not that I don't have faith in it, it's just I think the way it's being rolled out is wrong. Either way, there's a triple bonus. One, they know that you're genuinely listening and not in a judgmental way. Two, you now have a much clearer picture of what they're trying to convey. And three, you haven't just jumped in and started talking about your perspective, which, let's face it, is just another way of bringing the conversation back round to you. Now, reflection is an even more powerful tool when what you reflect is the emotional content. So they say something like, "Oh, my sales figures are way down this quarter." And again, you don't come back with, "Well, you better pull your finger out," or "The recession's hitting everyone." Instead, you reflect back the emotions behind what they've just said. You say something like, "You sound really worried about your figures." Again, this might sound formulaic. You might worry that it sounds patronizing. But the truth is, most people actually feel very good about having their emotions acknowledged. And they'll either explain further or they'll correct you if you've got it wrong. Reflection is just a simple way of expressing empathy. You're showing that you can really see the world through the eyes of the person you're talking to and understand their position. I really recommend it as the listening tool of first choice.